Listen, I agree with everything you say about drink and drive. Now listen, can you possibly tell me that the people that get caught drinking and driving, they go to the court, the magistrates fine them. Could you possibly tell me what happens to the fines per day in this country?
They go into the Exchequer.
But that is never shown up in the Exchequer's report per...
Well, when you say
budget.
Never shown up, what do you mean?
Well, nobody reports how much fines they've took per year.
Allow me to tell you, nobody actually reports it as a collective figure, but it does appear in local authority accounts.
Well, where does it go to?
It goes into the Exchequer.
Repair the roads? Does it go to repair the roads?
No, it goes to offset the cost of the courts.
Well, I thought I was paying rates, and I'm paying rates to pay the courts.
That's right, and this helps that cost to be less.
Now, why is it never shown up on my rate, in my rate demand?
Can I ask you, does there actually appear on your rates demand a charge for the maintenance of the town hall, the electric bill of the library, the schools? No, it doesn't. You get a rates bill.
No, it does on my rates demand. I beg to differ, Alan.
Go on, tell me about
it. On my rates demand, it does show libraries,
Yes.
you know, even dustbin men.
But there are many other items that are not specified. Many others.
Well, no offence meant, Alan, but
There are many.
how much money do the courts take in per day?
I don't know the answer because every court is different, first of all. Secondly, what you need to do, if you really do want the answer to that, is to write to the courts and ask them.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've asked my local MP.
I don't give a damn who you've asked. I've just told you how to get the answer.
Yeah, but
I've just told you how to get the answer. Why should your MP bother himself with such a trivia? For heaven's sake, why don't you just write to the courts and ask them?
Alright.
That's not a difficult suggestion, is it?
I shall do that.
Excellent. There you are.
Your,
Your answers will be solved.
At your recommendation, I shall certainly do that, Alan.
Excellent.
But
Good.
if my MP can't answer that question...
I didn't tell you to write to your MP.
No, but...
Well, what's your MP got to do with it? For heaven's sake, are you listening carefully, Rick?
Well, don't you think he should know?
No.
Why not?
Because he cannot, or she cannot, know everything. Nobody does. Sad, really.
But they should have a faint idea, at least.
Why should they? Why should they? Your local MP probably doesn't know what it costs to keep the schools of your county going, because it's not his immediate jurisdiction.
And we voted him in.
I don't know whether we did. We may live in different constituencies.
No, but I said...
Ricky, if the only person you want to vote for as an MP is a man who knows everything, that, let me tell you, you would never cast a vote. I've told you what to do. Do it. Hello, Steve.
Oh, do, fatty!
Must be really, really difficult when the only way you can prove your manhood to your friends is by making a prat of yourself on the radio. Hello, Nigel.
Hello, Alan. How much do you weigh?
What's it got to do with you, you cretinous little gobbo? Hello. Who? Manuel, oh God. Ring, ole. Oh, it's you again. Go away. How do? John. John, turn your radio off, and when you have, put your phone down, because I won't be there. Hello, Sean.
Hello, Alan. I'd like to talk about...
Turn your radio off, Sean. I am not prepared to wait all day while half-brained idiots who do not understand the system sit there and play with their radio dials. I know a lot of you want to show off to your so-called friends, but it doesn't work like that. Hello, Alan.
This calls for wisdom. If anyone has insight, let him calculate the number of a beast. It is a man's number. His number is Preston 561000.
Thank you very much. How do Kevin?
Hello, Alan. Alan?
Yes, we've done all that. What do you want?
No way. I'm in the Merchant Navy.
No, I don't know that.
Well, I'm in the Merchant Navy.
Oh, are you? Well, that's amazing. Now I know it.
Well, anyway, I'm in the Merchant Navy.
Yes, you said.
All right, take it, Nelson. But I'm in the Merchant Navy.
Yes, I know. Yes, you've said.
And, no, because, like, I do a lot of coming through the docks and that. Well, I've had my house raided by the police because they thought that I was smuggling drugs. I wasn't smuggling drugs. They never found nothing. But I want to know whether they had the right to raid my house.
The answer to that is, did they have a warrant?
Yes, they did show me.
Then they did have the right.
But they had no reason to believe that I...
The answer to that, then, is to go to the courts and ask the courts why they issued a warrant without just cause. Get yourself a solicitor.
Like, I've been
Get yourself a solicitor.
Yes. Alan,
Get yourself a solicitor.
Yeah? But,
Yeah.
Alan,
Yes.
I've been listening to your show.
Well, that really doesn't alter anything. Still get yourself a solicitor. If
Yeah.
you wish to oppose further action from the police, get a solicitor.
Yes, I will do. But,
Good. How do Amos?
Hello, Alan.
Hello, Amos.
I was reading an article in a motorcycle magazine tonight,
Congratulations.
and it was saying that certain machines are prone to the front brake cable snapping, and I've actually had an accident as a result of this happening to me.
24 hours a day, Redcoats Radio.
Attention! Sensational news! Stop! Colour TVs and videos from only £99. Stop! Auto washers and microwaves only £99. Stop! Freezers and cookers from £99. Stop! Where? At Orion and Planet Winter Sales. Stop! That's Grasmere Road, Blackpool and the Crescent Cleveland's when. Stop! Winter sales start 9 a.m. Friday the 27th of December. Stop! Hurry, hurry! Limited stock. Message ends.
The Owen Famous Name Sale starts today.
Don't miss the famous name range.
Our best ever.
Don't miss the famous name bargains.
The best ever.
Don't miss the chance to snap them up.
It'll be your best ever. The Famous Name Sale.
The best ever.
From 9:30 till 5:30 today at Owen Preston.
Dayton House. We've a world of furniture and carpets of top quality in store. Dayton House.
We at Dayton House welcome you to our finest ever furniture sale. We're offering up to 30% discount on G-Plan, Parker Knoll and Bridgecraft. Hundreds of beds to be cleared with big savings on list price. Top quality carpets direct from stock at prices never to be repeated. All this plus excellent service and delivery throughout the Red Rose area. Hurry now to Dayton House, Highfield Road, Blackpool.
Dayton House.
Hey, here's Fairburn.
Hello, Paul Fairburn here. Last Christmas, and indeed every Christmas, people are injured, seriously injured, or even killed in Lancashire as a result of drinking and driving. Not only have motorists who've been drinking become casualties, but also innocent people, other drivers, riders and pedestrians have been injured or have lost their life, leaving children parentless and parents childless. So this year, if you think you can drink and drive, think again. Think of others, not of yourself. Please help to keep death and injury off the roads of Lancashire this Christmas. Don't drink and drive.
This message was brought to you by Lancashire County Council Road Safety Section, caring for your safety at all times.
I wonder if the cost of that'll appear on that bloke's rates demand. He'll be up in arms about that next. How do, Darren?
All right, Alan.
What do you want, Darren?
Well, I've come to talk about alcohol, Alan.
Have you, Darren?
Yeah, I think it's the worst thing you could ever be on. I was stuck in it for 2 years and I felt awful at it.
Very good, Darren.
And then, you know, alcohol, well, it does do you bad.
Darren.
Yeah?
You're a prat. How do Dorothy?
Dorothy? Is that me? Are you talking to me?
I'm not really clear as to whether I am or not. Is your name Dorothy?
I've just listened to a
Is your name Dorothy?
thing about
Yes.
drinking.
Is your name Dorothy?
Yes.
Then the chances are I'm talking to you.
Yeah. Well, good. Now, I'd like to talk to you about council elections. I've listened to an hour of absolute rubbish.
Yeah, well, why add to it, Dorothy? Would you like to continue with your point? You want to talk about council elections?
I
Do so.
I
Oh,
do.
good. Well, get on with it then.
Yes, I will. Now, I want to make it clear to start with that I was not born in Liverpool and I do not live in Liverpool. But
Well, that's
I
really
lived in
interesting. Would you
Liverpool
like to get to the
a long
point,
time.
please?
Now, I want to talk about council elections.
Yes, you've mentioned that at the outset before you
Yes.
started bibbling on about all this other
Yes,
dross.
okay.
Get to the point, woman.
Well, give me a chance.
No!
Hey?
I have not got all night to give you a chance.
I know, neither have I.
Good. Well, get on with it then. I'll get off.
Okay, if that's how you feel, I'll get off.
Good. Right. Goodbye then. Right. Hello, Scott.
Owen? It's happened, I'm dead.
Thank God for that. How do, George? Are you going to speak, George?
George?
Not another one. Is your name George?
My name's George.
Oh, well, shall we have a conversation then?
Yes.
Oh, great.
I'd just like to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Oh, I don't want to hear all that. How do, William? William's just put the phone down. We have Basil. Hello.
Yes, hello, Mr. Beswick. I'd just like to say, if that was my wife earlier, that I do dominate her. When I get back home, I'm going to put her in the microwave. What are you going to say to that? Is this a sexist remark, is it?
I'm sure it must be. It's quite good, that, wasn't it? How do, Ian?
Not too bad.
Hello, Ian. Hello, Ian.
Oh, thanks, Tommy.
Hello, Ian.
Andy.
Hello, Ian.
Hello.
Goodbye. Turn your radio off next time, dumbbell. Hello, Fred.
Hello, Alan.
Yeah.
Right. If Superman is so clever, I'd like to know...
Why he wears his underpants outside his trousers.
You heard it.
Oh, hasn't everybody? How do, Manuel?
Happy birthday.
Thank you. How do, Don?
How do, Fatty?
How do, Keith?
Beswick, I think you're a fat...
How do, Wayne?
Hello?
Hello?
I'd like to talk about hanging.
You've got 20 seconds to do so.
Hello? I think hanging should be a life for a life. And, because the jails are just getting too packed now.
Have you finished?
I was just saying, what do you think on it?
Well, I'm not telling you what I think. Have you finished? Well, you've finished now anyway. You've 20 seconds are up. How do, Clinton?
Hello.
Hello.
I'd like to talk to you about this subject. I bought a car about 3 weeks ago, and it was a full year's MOT. I've had a lot of problems with the car. The front wheel bearing went, and well, I went back onto them and I phoned them up, and they paid half of for the front now to get it repaired. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, well, I paid half of for it to get repaired. They paid now half the money, and I was talking to a friend who's a mechanic, and he said that the car shouldn't have went through an MOT. And I phoned up tonight, and the gentleman said, I told the gentleman told me that his wife had died on Christmas Eve. I threatened him with a solicitor and that. He said his wife died on Christmas Eve, and he said, could I leave it a couple of weeks? I wonder if you could help me in that one.
Well, I can't help bring his wife back to life, if that's what you want.
No, I'm just...
Oh, I see. Well, what do you want, then?
Some advice what I should do.
What about?
About the car and the solicitor.
Well, he's paid half towards the repair bill. Are you not happy with that?
Well, I was...
Are you not happy with that?
No, I'm not.
You're not? What do you want, then?
Well, I was told the car should never have went through an MOT.
What's that got to do with the repair bill?
Well, that was for the front wheel bearing.
The MOT says on it, I don't know whether you have a copy of it in front of you, but if you have a look at your MOT, it says on it, in big letters, that an MOT certificate should not be regarded as a statement about the roadworthiness of the motor vehicle. It says on it.
Yeah, well, I know that, yeah.
Right, well, if you wish to bring a claim against the person that did the MOT test, then you will have to prove that at the time that vehicle was tested, it was not fit for the road. Allow me to tell you that your chances of doing that are as near to nil as you can get without being nil.
Yeah.
Alright?
Yeah, well, see what I'm doing. Should I, see, I can't really afford a solicitor and things like that, if you know what I mean.
Then I suggest you drop it.
Yeah, well, I did pay about £400 for the car, you see.
£400? What do you want for 400 quid?
24 hours non-stop.
West Horton Car Radio stock the superb range of Blaupunkt and Panasonic in-car entertainment systems, including the Blaupunkt Miran fitted for under £100. They also install electric windows, door locks, vehicle alarms and car phones, assuring you of the finest products fitted to perfection. Contact West Horton Car Radio at Church Street, West Horton. Phone West Horton 814-229.
This is it!
This is it. The new Lewis's Famous Name Sale with many leading brands at half price. Enter the Famous Name competition and you could win a Jaguar XJS or any one of the top prizes in our free weekly draw. The sale is now on. Don't miss it.
This is the new Lewis's. Choose Cresta.
The Cresta Furniture January sale is now on. 5-door mirror wardrobes only £275, or 5-door polyester wardrobes from £199, with 2 bedside cabinets absolutely free, on orders over £300, on selected models. Also superb quality kitchens in solid oak or laminate at half price. All at Cresta Furniture, opposite MFI in Ribbleton Lane, Preston. Phone Preston 709 638.
Choose Cresta.
I'll do Paul.
I'd do Alan. I'd like to speak about, football violence in Brussels. Hey.
Go on.
Well, I was there, you see. And you know where the wall collapsed? Well, I just managed...
Red Rose Radio.
At last, it's here. The Cresta Furniture Sale is now on with great reductions on selected wardrobes and kitchens. All at the Cresta Furniture Sale, now on in Ribbleton Lane, Preston, opposite MFI.
Who said opposites don't attract? They do when they're both bustling markets crammed with Christmas goodies of every kind. The New Market and the M2 Market, Waterloo Road, Blackpool, are two of a kind. Well, almost everything under two roofs. Ladies' fashion, footwear, cards, photographic equipment, tobacco products, undies, menswear, lighting, top quality foods of all kinds, sweets and chocolates, jewellery, towels, bedding, toys, furs, handbags, nightwear, phew, and a special price Christmas lunch in our cafeteria. Even Father Christmas with a free toy for the under 8s. See you soon. The New Market, Waterloo Road, Blackpool.
It's the place to come, where shopping can be fun. The New Market, Waterloo Road.
Into the night, we hear loud and clear. 301 Red Rose Radio.
Hello, Derek. Derek's gone. Never mind. On line 5, we have Keith.
Good afternoon. No, hello?
Hello.
You expressed views earlier that indicated you're a pacifist. Is that true?
True that I expressed the views? Yes.
Yes, and you do say you're a pacifist. At the moment, yes?
Well, would you like to just make progress? What I think really doesn't matter at the moment.
Well, I was just interested to know that if you had been born, say, 40 years earlier, would you have expressed the same views in view of the Nazis?
The answer to that question is, the question is ludicrous. I was not born 40 years earlier. If you'd like to rephrase the question and put it in a more sensible form, I'd be prepared to consider it.
Well, nowadays a war does not seem feasible. If there were to be a war, it was probably wouldn't involve people fighting against each other.
Can I
anyway.
suggest to you that there is a war going on at this moment? Indeed, this country in very recent years has been involved in what can only be described as a war in the South Atlantic. So, let's face it, your second question, or the preamble of your second question, was a bucket of nonsense as well. Would you like to actually stick to some sensible proportions and then we can have a conversation?
Well, just interested, well, my grandfather fought in the Second World War, and I respect what he did in preventing an invasion of England by a Nazi regime, which would have made my lifestyle probably today totally unimportant. So, if a similar threat were to...
Well, Keith, before we go any further, let us establish just a little history.
Yes.
I, too, have ancestors who have killed men of other nations for their queen and country, as it's jokingly and laughingly called. Right? And I'm proud of their sacrifice and their action. That doesn't mean to say that I find it commendable. That doesn't mean to say that I think it's a good thing. Nor does it mean to say that I would be prepared to do so. I have been a soldier. Would never be a soldier again under
You have
any.
been a soldier?
I have. I will never be a soldier.
I'm interested in your background, really. Would you
Well, I haven't got time. I'm 37 years of age, and it would take 37
But
to
you
give
seem
you
to
my
have a
background.
wide range of views on a variety of subjects.
Of course I have. Have you not? Have you not?
Yes,
Have you not?
How yes, but I don't go trying to manipulate people's lives on the radio by my views.
Well, the answer to that is, when you're good enough, you may be able to.
Well,
In the meantime, we'll deal with the questions you've got.
What qualifications have you got that...
My qualification, Keith, is that I do not tolerate fools easily. That is why this conversation is now over. You had your opportunity, but had not the wherewithal. How do, Owen? How do, John?
Alright, Alan.
Hello, John.
I'd like to show me the disgust the way the Sikhs are allowed to carry knives around in this country.
How do you intend to show your disgust? Are you going to vomit?
Well, no, it's meant to be a free country.
Oh, I see. You'd like to tell me your
Yeah.
disgust. I see. I thought you said you'd like to show it. Never mind. Understand the language and ring me back. How do, Steve?
Hello, Anne.
Yes.
You said before that...
I don't care what I said. If you've got something to say, we'll be happy to hear it when you ring back. Hello, Ray.
I think. Probably not, no.
Ray, if you just listened and concentrated, you'd be able to hear me saying hello to you.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Goodbye. Practice, and you'll get it right next time. Hello, Jeremy.
Godzilla lives, and I'm Ace.
Sure you are, Ace. The Ace of Spades. How do, Fred?
Hello, Alan. Can I sing you a song which might be suited to
No,
you?
is the answer to that. How do, Peter?
Hello, I've passed me bike test.
Well done. How do, Marjorie?
Hello, Alan. I was just wondering what kind of a house you have.
A nice one.
Well, listening to you cutting into the back door for a cat ball and cutting the ironing board. And
Yes.
plastering the bathroom and half of the cement going into the bath.
Yes.
And now tonight, putting bitumen down the stairs.
That's right. Yes. At the moment, it looks rather like somebody's been playing with hand grenades in there, to be perfectly frank.
Well, I was just wondering, you know, what's going to happen next.
I don't know, but I'm hoping someone will buy it. I was going to start wrecking someone else. No, it's very nice. It's a nice house. I've had a few accidents of late, that's all. I set fire to the carpet in August.
Oh, my God.
It's true. In August I set fire to the... I rang the insurance guy today and I said, hey, I've spilt bitumen all over the carpet. And he said, you've what? I said, I've spilt bitumen all over the carpet. And he said, is this the one you set fire to a few weeks back? And we replied, I said, yeah. What should I do? He said, for Christ's sake, don't light it. He'll never get it to go out with bitumen on it. That's what he said. No sympathy at all.
Oh, my God.
I'm paying this guy about 60 quid a year and all he does is set a mickey out of me.
Oh, it's awful, isn't it?
I know. But never mind, the bathroom is half done now. I mean, the bathroom, I maintain, the bathroom was not my fault.
No.
All I did, I took the paper off the wall and the plaster come with it.
Yeah, and have you got
And I plastered that up and did a marvellous job.
footprints in the bath now?
Eh?
Have you got footprints?
No, it was all right. That I did the wall. The hole where the plaster fell out when I took the paper off. The hole was okay. I did that, plastered that, smooth as a baby's bum.
Good.
Smart.
Very
And then I did that, and then I put tiles on.
Oh,
And one of them wasn't right. And you know that gooey stuff you put them on with? You know you put things on, you slide them about.
grout, like, yeah.
Well, they're very... No, not the grout, the
Oh, no.
sticky stuff that
Oh,
sticks
yeah,
them to the
yeah,
wall.
yeah.
Well, one of them wasn't quite right. The last one, because the last one's got a knit in, right?
Yeah.
So I'm moving it about like that. I thought, no, I don't like that. I'll take it off and do it again. And when I took it off, they all fell in the bath. Because the plaster come off the wall, not the plaster I put on. Mine's perfect. There's only mine up there. This guy that had the house before was a builder. It was his job. And I slapped all over the place. And today the handle broke on a can of, you know, one of these plastic cartons, a gallon of this thick black vile bitumen that I was using to seal the inside of the roof.
Oh, good grief.
And I dropped it because the handle snapped and blump, 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 hit every pig in stair. All this clart everywhere. And the cats are wandering around going, hey, what is up here, you know. Amazing.
Dear, oh dear.
Murder.
Well,
so we've got sheets, we've actually got bed sheets all over the stairs now.
I had visions of you either going up the banister or sliding down.
Oh, you wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe you could have so much trouble in a little house.
I know, it's awful, isn't it?
I know. Never mind, it's a grin, innit, eh?
Yes, it
Keeps
is.
you laughing, keeps your insurance man happy. Hey, I need it. I need it. Ta-ra, Marjorie. How do, Mark?
Hello, Alan.
Hello, Mark.
What's Rock Hudson and Muhammad Ali got in common?
I've no idea.
In tune with Lancashire, Red Rose Radio.
Take your scrap to CSM, Preston's top scrap metal men. They pay a better price, so this is our advice. Go to CSM.
Turn your scrap metal into cash. Best prices 6 days a week at Carlton Street Metals off File Road, Preston. Phone 729949.
Go to CSM. CSM.
Who said opposites don't attract? They do when they're both bustling markets cram with Christmas goodies of every kind. The New Market and the M2 Market, Waterloo Road, Blackpool, are two of a kind. Well, almost everything under two roofs. Latest fashion, footwear, cards, photographic equipment, tobacco products, undies, menswear, lighting, top quality foods of all kinds, sweets and chocolates, jewellery, towels, bedding, toys, furs, handbags, nightwear, phew, and a special price Christmas lunch in our cafeteria. Even Father Christmas with a free toy for the under 8s. See you soon. The New Market, Waterloo Road, Blackpool.
It's the place to come, where shopping can be fun. The New Market, Waterloo Road.
Glendon Motors, Peugeot, Talbot.
We're doing some cracking deals at Glendon on Horizon, Solaris and Alpines. You can choose your own deal. We're lashing out. Big discount, enormous part exchange allowance, or 0% APR finance. You tell us the deal you want and we'll do our absolute best to make you happy. You'll never buy a new Talbot cheaper, so whip down to Glendon now and take a test drive. You'll be amazed at the value. It's a cracker.
Glendon Motors, Peugeot, Talbot Superstore.
At Blackpool Road, Preston.
Dayton House. We've a world of furniture and carpets of top quality in store. Dayton House.
We at Dayton House welcome you to our finest ever furniture sale. We're offering up to 30% discount on G-Plan, Parkinol and Bridgecraft. Hundreds of beds to be cleared with big savings on list price. Top quality carpets direct from stock at prices never to be repeated. All this plus excellent service and delivery throughout the Red Rose area. Hurry now to Dayton House, Highfield Road, Blackpool.
Dayton House.
How do, Robert?
Hello, Alan. I'd just like to say you're a fat imp.
How do, Bruce? Hello, Bruce.
Hello, Alan. Good game.
You don't sound anything like him.
Good game, Bruce. How are you doing?
Yes, as I said, you don't sound anything like him.
No, that's the one. Tonight could be your lucky night to play your cards right.
Not making any sense with him, are we? How do, Ian?
Well, Alan, if a surgeon got done for, he's still there?
Yes.
If a surgeon got done for having a pint in a pub, and he was in court, and he got jailed for it, like that you suggested all people should be before, and the next day he was supposed to save some 3-year-old kid's life in the hospital by giving the kid a kidney transplant or whatever. Well, do you think that's right? That you should just...
Are you suggesting that surgeons should be exempt from the law?
Oh, no, I'm not saying
I see. I thought you were.
Oh,
as far as I'm concerned, if a surgeon takes alcohol and then drives, he should be put in prison for 5 years minimum, along with anyone else that does it.
But that's a bit harsh, that, because in them 5 years...
Are you suggesting... Excuse me.
...saved 20 lives.
In that case, let me ask you another hypothetical question. If a surgeon rapes a woman
Yeah.
and murders her,
Yeah.
should he be sent to prison?
Of course he...
Oh, come on! What about all the lives he could have saved whilst he's in prison?
If you just broke in there.
I'm sorry?
You got all excited then.
Well, it's very difficult to have a conversation with somebody from such a low order as yourself. I'll do Frank.
Good evening, Alan. Just ringing you up on that call you had.
Yes, I know you're ringing up.
About the poppy appeal.
Nobody's mentioned the poppy appeal. The poppy appeal has not been mentioned.
Yes, but he was on about the Granada report, the lady who was talking. Now, she's talking about...
Can we just establish, Frank, that we have not had a conversation this evening about the poppy appeal?
No, but the conversation she was on about, I think, was the report which was on regard Granada by a lady who made a statement that it's £70 million, £1,000 down at the Legion in London. Now, the thing is, I went to a conference regarding the poppy appeal. Now, this is all connected with the poppy appeal, as you will know, or if you don't know, it is. Now, he asked us to collect £100,000 for the poppy appeal to help these people. But that only needs £30,000 to be used for convalescent homes, which cost about £100 a week per person to stay in them. Now, I don't know if a lot of people realise this or not, but it also covers help for people. But the statement was made that this was for grandchildren, grandparents, and everything else could claim on this. Now, this is wrong. This is ex-service personnel or the next of kin nearest to them, if they have not married or remarried. I mean, this is a point that a lot of people don't realise. It does not.
You're not very clear, Frank.
It doesn't go back to sisters.
You're not very clear, Frank.
Well, it doesn't go back to sisters or
Frank,
anything like that.
let me ask you a question. You collected money selling poppies, right? Yeah. Smart. What did you do that for? To give to the British Legion, I presume?
That's right.
Right. Now, do you not think the British Legion has the right to make its own rules as to how it distributes its funds?
Well, it does make its own rules, and that's what I'm trying to...
I didn't ask you that. I asked you whether you thought the British Legion had the right to make its own rules.
Yes.
Right. Now, the woman that was on television, I did not hear. You have just told me that she said there is £70,000. You said million at first, but you changed it to thousand. So there's £70,000 available in London for all sorts of individuals who are in some way related to ex-servicemen.
That's right.
Now, are you saying that the criteria, the relationship criteria she outlined, was wrong?
That's right, because she went back to children, and their children before that. They went back to pre-war by the sound of her. You could still go to the British Legion and expect them for help. You know, grandchildren and all the rest of it, as long as their grandfather was in the forces, that he could get help. You know,
Perhaps she presented her statements not clearly, but then there are others not entirely innocent of that particular offence, aren't there?
There is. I quite agree with you.
Me and you included.
There's lots of people who don't seem to be able to...
Do you not think it is a better idea to advocate that people claim rather than put people off?
Well, yes, to a certain degree.
So it's far better to receive claims from people and then say, well, look, I'm sorry, but on this occasion you were not eligible, than discourage people who may well be eligible.
Yes, I agree with you, but the first criteria is, I mean, all Legion people who do this welfare job is that DHSS is the first criteria to help these people, not just the Legion. I mean, I deal with a lot of people, and they just use the Legion as a handout.
And what's wrong with that?
Well, it isn't a handout, is it? It's there for people who are in dire need of help, not just a handout.
Surely you're not telling me that people at the British Legion up and down the country give money away irresponsibly, are you?
Well, some do, some don't.
I see. Well, is the answer not similar to that which I gave to Peggy, and that is for you who are members of the British Legion to sort that out?
Well, I mean, this is something that has been trying to get sorted out, but it keeps coming back to...
Well, this is hardly the place to do it.
Well, I mean, we've gone to conferences. Well, I have myself.
Well-
Try and sort these problems out.
Fine.
I don't
then.
think Peggy's ever gone to the conferences.
Well, I don't know what it is about you people in the British Legion. I have only ever spoken on this radio programme to 3.
Yeah.
One was some time ago, and I'm very sorry, but as far as I was concerned, that woman was not fit to look after other people's money.
Yeah.
And now we've got you sniping at Peggy, Peggy sniping at the people on the radio. It's people like you, to be perfectly honest, that would discourage me from buying a poppy. Because if that is the kind of infighting that is going on in that organisation, I'm sorry. I think it's deplorable.
It's not infighting
Listen,
all the time.
I'm sorry, Frank, you have just come on here. You have just taken a passing snipe at Peggy. Peggy took a rather more direct snipe at the woman from the British Legion that was on before. I'm sorry, I would like to hear somebody come on and defend the British Legion and sound honourable, as I see the organisation.
Yeah,
but the two representatives we have had on tonight, I'm sorry, that includes you, they are not fit for it. I'm sorry, I don't want nothing to do from you, Frank. As far as I'm concerned, you ought to get out of the British Legion. You've come on here and sniped at a fellow member.
Yeah.
Well, what good does that do the organisation's credibility?
It doesn't do the organisation much credibility.
Well, do you not think do you not think you would do the service a far better service by defending it and by sorting out these problems that every organisation has, every single organisation has, sorting them out without taking the chance of destroying part of the community's confidence in your organisation? I think your behaviour, quite honestly, is deplorable.
Right, you think that, but as I said, a point I was just trying to get over was that a lot of people...
Frank, I don't want to hear any more from you. I'm sorry. I do not want to hear you speaking as a representative of the British Legion. I think you are unacceptable, to me at least, as a representative of the British Legion. I'm sorry, but that's the way it is. You have offended the British Legion. How do, Adrian?
I'd just like to say, before I go to bed, good night.
How do, Helen?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello? You have no racial prejudice, you say?
Well, that's not altogether true. Everybody has some, but do go on.
Well, I refer to one of your afternoon programmes a good while ago before you came on the evening, and I just heard you say the words bar mitzvah as I switched on. And then you said, oh, he must be one of them. Now, when I was a giggly schoolgirl, one of them was a group of people towards where your sympathies lie. Now, what did you mean by that?
What? I don't even know what you said. I accept your quotation of me. I
You
do not...
said he must be one of them.
When you was a giggly schoolgirl...
One of them was
Yes.
a group of people, well, you know, towards where your sympathies seem to lie.
You're not making any sense, love. What do you mean, towards where my
One
sympathy...
of them. You said he must be one of them. Well, what did you mean by that?
Well, let us deal with that in a moment. What I meant was, if the person is having a bar mitzvah, then he must be a Jewish person.
Obviously.
Yes. Now, would you like to explain
And
to
then
me...
you said, oh, he must be one of them.
Yes. Would you like to tell me what this term, one of them, actually appears to mean to you? Because I'm lost.
I think you know.
I'm sorry?
I think you know.
You think I know? I see.
Yeah. But you're obviously getting out of your racial...
Helen, Helen, would you like to just take away the risk of whether I know or not and tell me what you mean?
Pardon? No, you do know.
Would you like to... Helen, would you like to take away the risk as to whether I do or don't, or indeed whether anybody else listening to this conversation does? Would you like to tell me what the term one of them means to you?
Well, you tell me.
No, I'm not interested. Will you tell me what that term means to you? Will you or won't you? We waste our time sometimes.
Red Rose Radio.
It's Christmas,
at Northern Wall and Floor. And to celebrate, we're giving tiles away. Yes, giving them away. Completely free. Yes, free. All you pay for is your cement and grouting. It's true. As well as this, we also have piles and piles of tiles from 99 pence a square yard, with such a vast selection to choose from. Northern Wall and Floor, the biggest and best selection in the Northwest. Hurry down to Northern Wall and Floor Discount Tile Centres, Wally Banks, Blackburn. Telephone 675 648. That's 675 648.
The new Preston Pendle Travel Shop opens today in Friargate, Preston, offering you a complete travel service for your summer 86 holiday. The Bosco Steel Band will be there together with Betty Turpin from Coronation Street, and you can join in the celebrations with free cheese and wine. Call in for your free summer 86 brochures, see videos of your choice of holiday locations both at home and abroad, and take advantage of our special opening offers, such as 2 weeks in Tenerife for only £169. It's all part of the complete travel service from the new Preston Pendle Travel Shop, opening today in Friargate, Preston.
Important news for all house buyers. This is your final chance to qualify for our £1,500 cash back bonus, or £150 a month towards your mortgage for 10 months, with repayments from as little as £22 a week. All Barratt developments will be open this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. See the beautiful show houses and reserve your new house before 6 p.m. this Sunday to qualify for our amazing offer. For locations, phone Barratt on Preston 22222.
The Mercantile Credit Snooker Classic Finals starts January the 3rd at Spectrum Arena, Birchwood near Warrington. The prize money is over £250,000, so come along and see the giants of snooker battle it out. Don't take pot luck. Book your seats now on Warrington 813 700. That's Warrington 813 700.
I'll do, Carl.
Good evening, Alan.
Well, what do you want?
If Yorkies are called Yorkies because they're made in York, what would they be called if they were made in Google?
I have no idea, but I'm not going to let you tell us. I'll do Greg.
I got a bike for Christmas the other day, off my family, and when I went out riding on Boxing Day, my handlebar slipped round as I was changing gear, and I came off and I've damaged my bike. Wondered what right I had to a new bike, because I've buckled my front wheel and scratched it all.
I would suggest that you have virtually no right, if any at all.
Well, it was the shop's fault because they hired the handlebars, but obviously didn't tighten them up enough.
And you didn't check them?
No, because I thought a brand new bike, it'll be fine.
I see. Well, that's not a wise course of action. By all means, try and sue and discuss it with the solicitor, but quite honestly, I can't see the shop running out to give you money.
So I don't stand a chance of getting any?
I didn't say that. I said, as far as I'm concerned, your chances are slim.
Oh, right. Thanks a lot.
Ta-ra. I'll do David.
Hello, Alan.
Hello.
Talk about trust. I mean, I was brought up as a Roman Catholic, and I was told that anything you could say to a priest in confession, he couldn't say to anybody else. I mean, what is the rules on doctors? I mean, I've got an appointment for a doctor on Tuesday. I mean, I wonder what I'm allowed to say to him.
Well, first of all, you are allowed to say whatever you like to your doctor,
No,
but your
is he
doctor,
allowed?
excuse me a moment, but your doctor is not bound by the same degree of confidentiality as is a priest.
So a doctor could repeat what I've said to anybody.
No, he would then be in breach of his code of ethics if he did. However, there are certain circumstances where a doctor may have an obligation to repeat, to use your proper term.
What are these obligations? I mean, suicide's a crime, isn't it? On the English law.
Suicide is crime, but I don't know anyone that's been convicted of committing it, do you?
No, not really, but I mean, attempted.
The answer to that, if
I mean,
you're
I've
going to
got a note from Preston.
David, we don't need to identify places, first of all, or even individuals. A doctor has the right to use his or her discretion to decide whether to reveal something that took place, some conversation, or the content of a conversation that took place during a consultancy with a client.
Well, how far does that discretion go?
That discretion goes to the end of the earth. and he or she can make the decision. However, they risk being struck off if the British Medical Council Authority, I think it is, Association, the BMA anyway, their governing body, if their governing body on receipt of a complaint believes that the doctor has used his discretion wrongly, then that doctor can be struck off the register and therefore will no longer be able to practice.
Well, to be quite honest, when the doctor saw me at my house, he said he was bound by a Hippocratic oath.
Hippocratic oath?
Hippocratic oath, that he couldn't say anything. He told me if I'd taken drugs before I took my overdose, he said he couldn't say anything apart from, he couldn't say anything.
The answer to that is a The answer to that is that a doctor has the right to decide whether it is in the interests of the patient to reveal something. The general ruling and the unwritten rule is that if in doubt, don't.
Well, he said he was
I don't care what he said. You asked me what the rules were, not what your doctor said.
So a doctor is allowed to say anything he wants to a patient?
David, you make general sweeping statements which mean far more than you want them to mean.
Yeah.
Your doctor could, I suppose, if he decided, reveal what you told him or what he knows about you to all and sundry. The issue isn't what he can do, but what he is likely to do. Let us face it, all the oaths in the world, all the rules in the world, all the regulations in the world do not prevent, do they? All they do is punish when one does.
What I want to know is, can you trust your doctor?
The answer to that is, it depends on your doctor, but almost always, yes.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure. I'll do Duncan. Duncan's gone and I'm going too. 7 minutes to 2. I'd like to say to all the people that came on this evening and used abusive language, you are the biggest load of cowardly balm pots, bum-brained imbecilic fools I have ever heard in my life. And nobody can explain to me why you waste your money in that way. But never mind, I'm glad you rang, because I make a lot of money out of you cretinous little dogs.
Find Finesse in the Hounshill Shopping Centre and you found the handbag and luggage sale you've always dreamed of. Finesse is the handbag and luggage superstore selling quality handbags and luggage from all the leading names. So hurry to Finesse while stocks last. Up to 20% off selected any handbags, 20% off selected Samsonite, Antler and Delsey luggage, and a massive 40% off selected custom suitcases. So for those special sale bargains, remember to shop with Finesse. Hounshill Shopping Centre, Blackpool.
A far, far better furniture store.
Edmondson's of Blackburn, a far, far better furniture store. For lounge, dining room and bedroom furniture, for famous names in quality carpets, for all home furnishings. Edmondson's offers choice. Edmondson's gives first-class service, and Edmondson's guarantees value for money. All round a far, far better furniture store.